John, better look out.
Oh no, I'm leaving. Come on, James, let's play some bingo. We'll race it to 7 for 1,000.
Race to 7.
That's all we got.
8-ball, as well as any rotation game, favors the aggressive player if they can play just a little bit. Which should say to you, go into attack mode, and then if you screw it all up, you may want to play safe. But, I mean, right from the first shot, you should usually be attacking the game and being on offense until you get in trouble. But the object is not to get in trouble and to be able to run these balls out. In this first game against James, I break dry, and he shoots in a couple of strike balls, and leaves me a little bit of a weird angle on this 4-ball, and I'm a little bit off angle on it. The big problem with this game is this, clog up right by the spot. And there's also another one right here, and there's a couple more problems on this too. But I'm not going to get anywhere if I don't attack this clogged up 8-ball with one of my solid balls. So, now that I look at it, when I shot that 4, I had an opportunity to go into it, and I saw it, but I just figured, I need a better angle here to do this right. And, if something goes wrong, and I make the 4 and I just don't have a shot on any ball on the table, I'm going to regret doing it that way. So I'm trying to get perfect and get the right angle and to knock those out. So I shoot the 4 to avoid the cluster and get a better angle on this 2-ball down table and almost on the rally here. This 2 does go by the 6-ball. And if I do this right, I should have the perfect angle to go into the 3. And this is what I wind up with after knocking out the 3-ball. Which is fine, but the 8-ball is still tied up. There's no pocket for the 8-ball, so we're going to have to come back to this and take care of that and find a way to get a pocket for that 8-ball. But before I do that, and it's always on my mind, you have to keep these clusters in your head, and you have to be attacking them.
This is war.
Even when it looks like you're not, you've just moved on. What I'm doing here is trying to get the right position to get that 8-ball out of there, or to get those 2 striped balls out of there, or both. So after knocking out this 3, I had the right angle on the 6 to either knock out the 8 or knock out the 13 ball and get it out of my way to take care of that 5 ball, which is what I choose to do because the position now of the 3 ball, I know I can get on it perfect to take care of that 8. So we're going to be coming back after we go back up table and take care of the 7, because I know I can get the right angle on the 7 to get the right angle on the 3 to knock out the 8. The problem here is I have to leave the 1 all by itself up there up table, and I have to use that 1 to get on the 8. So a lot can go wrong here, and something does go wrong here. I get hooked behind James's 12 ball, that straight ball right here, and the only shot I have here that has any kind of prayer of actually making this ball and getting on the 8 is going to be a Massey shot. And it hooked up fine and everything is right, but I missed the shot and leave James another chance. Now, if you leave a really good player another chance like this, you're going to get beat. So my plan kind of failed me, and I have no problem admitting that. And I have a couple of things to work on here, and I will, in my spare time, I'll go back and work on this same exact layout and try to find a better way to do this. In my head, I lost this game. I don't play my opponent. I play everybody like I'm playing the best players in the world. So, this is a loss. You leave this for a pro, and he's done. He's out. He might as well take a nap because he's going to run these balls without the problem. But James winds up dogging it and leaving the 1 and the 8 just pretty much wide open here. I'm straight in on the wumbo, just a hair on the left side of the line. So I'm just going to use the left-hand side rail just to bounce off the rail and just not get stuck on the rail, but just leave it in the same vicinity as the wumbo is now. And I'm going to have a long shot on the 8, but that's fine with me. There's no sense in doing anything crazy here and going in traffic trying to get a foot away from the 8 ball.
Ain't just always the worst.
I've played him too. He ain't that good either.
Yeah.
He ain't nearly as good as he thinks he is.
Yeah, a lot of times them old boys like that, they leave a lot out there. Oh, he wasn't very good. That looked like something I'd have done, Harold.
Me, old one.
It does look like something I would have done. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. You bank at 13 now.
It's probably gonna cost. Yeah, that's probably gonna cost.
You called it.
That's an easy combination. You need to go for it. I didn't talk into nothing.
get too fancy anymore. Get up here and scratch, have you laugh at me.
Well, I could scratch that and maybe could. Oh, well, I gotta get down there.
We went back and forth a while ago, John. Me and Harold were ribbing each other because I'd scratch and then he'd rib me and then he'd scratch. And I'd rib him back and I'd scratch again.
That's how it usually goes. That's why I just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
About got them where we're both scared to shoot at something. I'm gonna hit one of these in a minute. You know what's coming. A minute was almost up.
You shot it too hard.
You got lucky though. You got real lucky. You almost left me at 12.
Oh,